Welcome back to the channel. So recently I purchased offline, off of eBay actually, two baby Saguaro cactuses. They're very small. I tried to ask the seller how old they were, but I got no reply back from the seller, so I'm not going to say who the seller was, because honestly it took them a month to send them to me, even though they said they was going to send them to me immediately. I had no contact whatsoever, or at least replies back to them. So there's probably somebody better that you could buy the cactuses from than this particular seller. But anyways, they came in these small 1.5-inch pots maybe, and they were uprooted, which is fine. It is the beginning of February, beginning of March right now. I bought them beginning of February. It's beginning of March, so it's not the ideal time to replant these, but obviously I can't leave them like this until May, which will be a much better time. So what I'm going to do is just pot these up into a bigger pot than what they was growing in. Now, saguaro cactuses grow extremely slow, whether they're growing in the wild, whether they're growing in Arizona in somebody's yard. They will grow a little bit faster, but they still grow extremely slow, or whether they are growing in cultivation in pots, they grow extremely slow no matter what. So my soil mix is my normal soil mix that I use for my desert roses or bonsai trees or other cactus and succulents, and that's about an 80% turfus mix, which is this orange baked clay, which is inorganic, and then about 20% compost and mulch, which is your organic material. This mix gives you a lot of aeration for the roots, so you don't get root rot. It holds some moisture, not a lot, and it dries out really well. It gives you air for the roots. You won't have root rot for both your bonsai trees, your succulents, your cacti. So that's the first one. Very small, like I said, very slow growing plants anyways. They should be happy in this size pot for many years to come. Now, I'm not going to water these guys because it's March, beginning of March. I'm not going to water them until May because this is still their dormant time of the year, especially in my area. If this was May, the ideal time of the year to transplant these little guys, I still would not water them for 1 week. And the reason for that is, in case during the shipment of these guys, if their roots were broke at all, or while I'm transplanting them, if I break their roots at all, that would give the roots a week to callus over any injured spots, so they don't get root rot or any kind of fungus into those roots by keeping them dry for a week to callus over. So they're going to go about 2 months before they get watered again, which is perfectly fine. They have plenty of water to make it through the whole winter, whether they're in habitat in Arizona growing, whether they're in somebody's yard growing in Arizona or New Mexico, California, or whether they're here in Kansas where I live and growing in these small pots. They have plenty. They're cactus. Most cactuses do not need any water from the months of October all the way through either the month of April or May, just depending on where you are living and how warm your temperatures are. So here's these two guys. I'm guessing they're 2 to 3 years old. Not really quite sure. Like I said, the person wouldn't respond to me to answer that question, but here they are. The only thing I'm going to do with these guys is put them in a south-facing window for the next 2 months. After that, I will put them outside on my sun porch that I have to let them grow. Come May, I'll give them a drink of water and start watering them either every 2 weeks or every once a month, just depending. So there you go. They will be very slow growers, but one day they may become huge giants like we see in the wild. Obviously, by then I'd have to plant them someplace out in the desert, or just keep them smaller indoors, which would be very long from now. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel to follow along with this journey. And I'll see you in the next video.